Sounds a little bit strange, but it's really good. We're going to take a white cake mix. I like the Food Club white cake mix really well. If you've never tried the Food Club cake mixes, you need to. They're very, very moist. I talk about them every time I ever have anything with a cake mix. You're going to put that in your mixing bowl. Then you're going to take a tablespoon of flour. Now, it can be self-rising or all-purpose for this recipe. It does not matter, just as long as it is a tablespoon of flour. I sprinkle that over top your cake mix. All right. And I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I forgot to tell you that. All right, now we're going to add the gelatin. Now, originally, it says fruit flavored gelatin. It said mixed fruit. Well, guess what? There's no longer such a thing as mixed fruit gelatin except in the cups. So in the pre-made cups. So I've got raspberry, but you can do kiwi. We even found a recipe that had kiwi gelatin in it. You can do peach, any of those, but I chose raspberry tonight. So you take one package, small package of Jell-O and put in there. And then you add 3/4 a cup of oil. Everybody kind of looked at me when I said we were making watermelon cake. Like something was wrong with me. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and start this blending. Did I forget my butters for the icing? Sorry about that. And we'll go ahead and start blending that up. I've got my watermelon. I've got about a cup of watermelon, chopped up, seedless watermelon. If there's a few seeds, you're never going to know it, just like when you eat watermelon. We're going to blend that up really good. We're going to add 4 eggs, one at a time. All right. Set this aside. Whoops. I'm going to keep beating that, and I'm going to slowly put in my and this will basically crush up. When you have to use this in an electric mixer to beat up your watermelon, if you want, you can also just take the watermelon juice off your watermelon and just condense that down to 1/4 a cup of watermelon juice if you don't want to use the chunks of watermelon in your cake. All right, we spray 2 cake pans. I'm supposed to flour them, but I'm just going to spray them this time. I like to use a little bit of the cake mix. Most of you do. When you spray your pans, put a little bit of the cake flour in there. Right. This should be just about. Do what? Yep. But sometimes I just take my cake mix and just put a little bit of it and shake it. I didn't this go around. All right, we're just about there. It just takes just a couple of minutes. This turns out to be a really pretty shade, and you can beat it if you want. If you don't want any little pieces, you can beat that to where there is basically no watermelon you know, inside, that the pieces are pretty well crushed up. But watermelon is 90% water, so it doesn't take long. That's why you're told to eat watermelon, and watermelon will stay with you better than regular water when it's hot outside. All right. And of course, we've got watermelons on sale this week in our produce department. Just both. Yes, ma'am. Now I have to check on the regular price. I think the seedless, I believe, is $3.99. You keep up with all these things. You can tell me. I know. You know, I thought about that last night, and I thought about doing a cherry pie. And then I thought I was going to have to pit 2.5 cups of cherries, and I thought, no way. So that's why we're not doing cherry pie tonight, if you must know. All right, I'm going to pop these in the oven for about 30 minutes. And while that is cooking, we will come back to our icing as soon as that is done. I've already made the icing up. All we have to do is spread it on the cake. The icing will ice it as soon as it cools. Take it out and cool. You use just a half a stick of margarine, 1 box of confectionery sugar, and there is something missing on that recipe. An 8-ounce softened package of cream cheese. Really? Cream cheese, imagine that. Me using cream cheese. I love cream cheese. Cream cheese or whipped cream, it doesn't matter. And you use about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of watermelon, and word to the wise, when you start mixing it up and you don't think it's going to be enough, it is enough. Add the 1/4 cup and blend it, and then if you have to knead it, go all the way to the 1/2 cup, because I messed up this afternoon and I decided it wasn't getting thin enough too quickly, and so I kind of messed up just a little bit. But I added just a little bit of red food coloring. Yes, ma'am. No, I said I love to make things with Cool Whip. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Just 1 8-ounce package softened. And I mixed red food coloring with it, and I added the watermelon at the end, toward the end, and then you get this beautiful colored icing. And we will show you the cake in just a moment. Oh, she's brought our cake. This is our watermelon cake. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Megan, you can take it back for the moment. All that work.